Okay, what we're going to do next is we're going to demonstrate a saddle fit or saddle rigging that I call the crossfire rigging. I really don't know the technical term for it, but this is what I call the crossfire rigging. And it's a rigging that we use in a saddle that is kind of like an in-between an English and an in-between a Western saddle that we sell here at Windy Hill Farm. We have special made. But we like this rigging, that it's good to use if you don't use a back girth, and you'll see here, we'll show you how it works. This is Cerise. She's one of our horse women here at Windy Hill Farm, and she's going to demonstrate how to put her saddle on her horse, Apollo. Okay. Same procedures we did on the Western saddle. She's already prepared her horse to tack. She's brushed his back off, made sure there's no debris underneath his girth. See how she's going to hold her saddle? She's just going to set that saddle up there just like setting her hat on her head. Okay? She's going to come around the other side here and unhook her girth. So one thing to notice, this saddle is kind of an English type saddle, but it has a Western girth. And this is what I would refer to as the crossfire rigging right here, where we hook onto the front and the back ring back here, and it comes in a cross. So a lot of your cavalry saddles or like rigging for a pack saddle, that's how it's done. Okay. All right, now watch how she'll take her latigo up from the back ring that's hooked on the back ring first, okay? We're going to go through the ring on the girth, up through the front ring. Okay. Now she's just going to lightly snug that, and then we'll tighten that up completely when we go to mount. And like we said on the other video, we're going to tighten that girth about like we did the shoelaces on our shoes. Okay. But now, what I want to point out, excuse me, Cerise, how this is able to pull off the back ring and this center ring. Okay. So what our goal is we don't want to ride our horse with just a front ring and just one girth in the front, because what happens is you only put pressure on the front part of that saddle and your saddle will tip forward. Okay, so what this does is this diverts pressure to be squarely on his back. So we're pulling on this ring and this ring, so that webs that saddle pressure on his back, so when you go down a hill, your saddle will not tip forward in the back. So this is a very good solution to not having a back girth, and I would highly recommend it. It allows you to keep your leg on your horse back here. You don't have that back girth in the road, and this is something we stumbled across here in the last year or two, and it works very good. And the book says that from this joint elbow back here to the center of this girth should be about 9 inches, and so that moves your girth back just a little bit. And what's nice about this, rather than having an English style girth, what you can do here as you're mounted, you can reach down here and you can tighten your girth up from up top like that. Okay, so like with English tack, you've got to flip that leather up and, you know, tighten with your buckles and so on. Well, this works very nice. And these saddles work very good. They've got a rounded skirt, weigh about 26 pounds roughly. It's very easy for folks to particularly the ladies, to lift these saddles up on. But you know, things you look at when you look at a saddle on a horse, and we'll go over this later, but I'll show you right now, is the top of his hip and the level of that seat and his withers are about on the same plane, okay? Everything's level right there, or even if that seat's a little lower, that's okay. To do what we want to do, that's what you want. Now, there's different other disciplines that they want you to sit more forward, and you know, there's all different approaches to that. But in this situation right here, if you're going to go out and you're going to ride in the woods, and if you're going to do flat work out here like we do, this makes for a good setup right here. So this is what I call a crossfire rigging. And if you don't want to ride in a Western type saddle with a back girth, that is what I've found is the next best thing. So that's how you do a crossfire. Thank you.